What up, G Life fams? It's your boy MC Shadow coming at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, check out the playlist. The playlist on top where I have all the videos and their folders makes the video you're looking for a lot easier. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was, like the title says, norteño rap and sureno rap. My thoughts on it. You know what I mean? And my thoughts on, um, like upstate homies and norteños in general. Mixed in with the music. Um, Music now. Um, I know music doesn't make people do things. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't force people to do stuff. Like TV shows, movies, video games, and all that. It doesn't force people to do something that they don't want to do. Um, but it does influence. You know what I mean? I think like video games, movies, music. It plants the ideas in the head. You know what I mean? It doesn't make you do something that you don't want to do, but it does plant the ideas in your head. You get what I mean? Because here's my theory on it. Like upstate homeboys. Upstate homies got a lot of the influence from Chicano rap. They did. You know what I mean? Because there's some upstate homeboys who have never been to like Southern California and stuff like that, yet they rip the Sur and the South Side and all of that. You know what I mean? Meaning they had to get their influence from somewhere. You get what I'm saying? And since most of the Chicano rap was, homeboys, I feel like they were getting a lot of their influences from them, from the music, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I know this video will get a lot of dislike or homies saying that it's not true and yada yada yada. I'm not here to insult neither side. I'm not here to defend one side or the other or put down anybody or nothing like that. I'm just saying what I think was the influence. And for upstate homies, I have to say that I think Chicano rap did play a role in it. You know what I mean? Uh, not a big role, but it did play somewhat of a role. Uh, and why they chose to lean to the blue. Um, and for the norteños, I think a lot of their hatred for sureños came from their music, norteño rap, because I noticed that in their music, in all their music, they diss the sur a lot, in almost in every song. And I do remember I was watching this documentary, and it did say that in the music that they were using the music in order to reach the streets and get people to turn on the other side. And I'm gonna have to say that I agree with that, um, because we're not trained. We're trained to believe that, es norteños. That's what we were trained, to believe. But they didn't go. They don't give us like the full deep, root into it. Whatever, they just say those are the enemies and that's it. And you're just like, okay, fuck it, plain and simple, just like that. You know what I mean? So it was just like, f them. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, homies that get busted, it goes a little bit more into it, like all them farmers or whatever. But it never dives so deep into it. You know what I mean? That's just the way homies are. You're just not meant. You're just not meant to ask so many damn questions. You're just told that those are the enemies, and you're just supposed to be like, cool. You know what I mean? You don't keep asking questions. You know what I mean when it comes to stuff like that. Um, but see, norteños, they had to push ideology behind it, because they wanted to show why they started, why they established, why they broke off, why they separated themselves from them, why this and this and that. So they had to dive more into the lore of it, raising and training these guys to really really do hate sureños, and more upstate sureños. You feel me? Than the down ones down here, because like I say, they interact with them, and so now they feel like everything that they were told about them is true. You know what I mean? Because they see it right there. So their hatred dives more deep into us than our hatred towards them, because they had the upstaters. Um, and I think a lot of the influence is from their music, because a lot of the northern rap, they diss the sur a lot. They diss the sur a lot. And if you out there and you active and you banging and woo woo, and this is what you're bumping, yeah, it's gonna keep feeding into that hatred. It's like throwing wood into the fire. It just keeps the fire burning. Compared to us, like, how I said that up here we don't have you guys in our heads, and because even in all, and trust me, I'm someone that has a gang of homeboy rap. I'm talking about thousands of CDs that I purchased. So we're talking about thousands of songs that me and my camaradas were bumping and banging to and everything like that, and none of them songs are dissing the North or even talking about the North. Maybe you'll get a song here and there where they say F the red or something like that, but that's it. Not the whole rola dissing them or nothing like that. Just a verse in there. Maybe if you're lucky. So it wasn't feeding that hatred into our heads. You get what I mean? So it just like we didn't have you guys in the heads because not even in the music or nothing like that. But over there, it's like in every song is this in the sus, so it's like implanting and planning and planning the hatred into their heads. And I think where a lot of that hatred comes from, you know what I mean? Yes, and I know that they're more cool with down south sureños than they are with upstate sureños or whatever. But I'm saying that's what I mean, that the hatred was infueled with into them. You know what I mean? By their music. I noticed that in that video that I said I was reacting to the battle rap, and I went, "Oh, because it's true." You know what I mean? I react to these rolas, and that's what I get to it. And I'm thinking in my head, man, if I'm a norteño, and this is the music I'm bumping, yeah, I'm gonna fucking just be hating these fools because that music just keeps fueling the hatred. I think it's not so much that the homeboys had a problem with norteños. I think it was more the norteños had a problem with homeboys. You feel me? So the homeboys had no choice but to keep retaliating and standing their ground. You get what I mean? Because they just kept coming at them. Because I do believe that out of sight, out of mind. I do believe in that. You know what I mean? If they ain't coming and fucking with you, then you ain't gonna go and fuck with them. You know what I mean? But if they keep coming and fucking with you, then you're gonna have to keep going and doing your thing. And I think that that's where the problem lies, because they had to feed that ideology to them that these are the enemies or whatever, because they were on the uprise and they needed to get the numbers coming. So you install that rhetoric to them. More than, like I said, us down here, it's not like that. It's not really like that. You're just told like, all right, we don't get along with them, and you're just like, all right, fuck it. You know what I mean? And that's it. You're not fed like this, stories and stuff like that. You're just told, and that's it. You know what I mean? So it's like, to us, it really is like, it's not personal. It was just business. To them, it's personal, not business. And I'm not saying to insult one side or the other, or to put down one side or the other, or none of that. I'm just saying that music had a big influence, I think, when it comes to upstate sureños, and I think music had a big influence when it comes to hatred towards the South, from norteños. In my opinion, that's what I got out of the North and South reactions. What I'm getting out of the North and South reactions, um, you know, I think that was a big part of it, in my opinion. Um, but like I said, it's not to put down either side or nothing like that. Those are just my opinions on what I think. Because like I said, if the mentality that I have, and I'm a gangbanger and banging and everything like that. Yeah, if I'm rolling and this is what I'm jamming to and stuff, yeah, man, I'm gonna have this hatred. And you know what I mean? Because the music was feeding it that way. And in that documentary, like they said, their music was designed to do that. It was a tactic that they were using, and it worked. You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, no matter how you were looking at it, every side was getting played. Um, you know what I mean? Nobody took a W. Everyone was taking L's, and I mean everybody from all sides, and not only from North and South, but I mean like Folk Nation, People Nation, Houston, wherever there's gangs, everyone was taking the L because homies were dropping. We were the one risking lives and time, and for another man's benefit and wealth. And that's just real talk, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, no matter how you want to slice it or look at it, no side wins. Everybody loses. And that's just my opinion. I'm Shadow, and I'm out.